First start by seasoning the salmon. Those pieces don't look the same because I buy a half a salmon, then I cut it up, so somebody always gets the tail. And the tail looks larger, but weight-wise could be the same. Both sides. I use shaker black pepper. It's cracked, it's not fine. I could use my pepper mill, but I'm too lazy. So we do that, and then we pour onto that a beaten egg. Why am I doing that? I just don't want to put it in flour and saute it. I want a little heavier and crispy crust. So the first thing we're going to do is cook the salmon part of the way, and that's going to be right in there. Just take a nice thick bottom skillet. I think that's an Analon. It's one of my favorite ones. Really works well. And then we take the salmon, which is just coated lightly with the egg, and now we're going to put it into the flour. No breadcrumbs, just flour, and flour it. We're going to get one piece at a time in there. Moderate flame. This has been on for a few minutes because we want to get color. If you notice, the flour adheres a little bit better. And it adheres to the floor too. So we put this in, and then we take the other piece, put it, flame it, raise that flame. Now we get rid of the eggs. And get this flame up all the way. I have an item here also that I'm going to use. Optional is bacon. So it's almost cooked because I didn't want a lot of that bacon flavor in there, just a little bit. Now, if you notice, see, it doesn't stick. And this is not a non-stick pan, but this baby works great. High flame. We want to color both sides. Now we'll get rid of the flour. Clean as you go. Takes, I only used about half the amount of flour that's on the recipe, but in order to move it around, you need enough. That's why I put that amount. Then after we saute this, we're going to put the onions and the garlic in there. And you don't have to use the egg, but then the finish will come off a little different. You'll see when I turn this over, and this is not francais. Francais is the opposite way. You flour it and then you egg it. But this way we're going to get a crispier finish. Guaranteed. And then I'm going to pour off the most of the oil because I don't want all of this oil in there because we're going to finish it off with some butter, the lemon juice, tilt it when you flip it so you don't burn yourself. Look how nice that is. And that is going to be crispy. If you could hear this, it's crispy already. And of course, we in this household like our salmon a little underdone. Not like sushi, but close. I have to turn the fan on. A couple of times my smoke alarm went off during the video. That's very annoying. So that's enough of that. Now we'll take that out. Pardon the noise. Look how nice and crispy that looks. As it looks crispy, it tastes crispy. We don't need the fan anymore. I'm going to rinse this for a second. It takes care of that. I'm going to put this bacon in there. Now if you don't want to use the bacon, at this point you would just put a little olive oil in there, or your favorite oil, or even a little butter for now, and then we finish it off with butter later. So in goes the onions and the garlic. I have to drop food on the floor all the time. The 5-second rule. Now to quicken this, I'm going to use this will keep the moisture in there and I won't get all that brown. This will take a few minutes. Notice the lid, moisture is in the lid. That means it goes right back into the pan, see? A little salt. Everything gets seasoned. You can't just rely upon one of the items in the recipe to have seasoning. The flame is not that high. Moderate. We'll drop it a little bit more. I'm going to finish this off with the butter, the lemon and lime juice, you could put some like a quarter cup of white wine in there. I don't want to do it this time. Why not? You know why? I don't have the proper white wine right now. Otherwise, I might have added it. And then you put the salmon, and don't put anything on top of the salmon because we got that crunch. And just before we're serving, then I will put the, you see on the bottom, the onions, garlic, and lemon. I will put that on the top at the time of serving so it still stays crunchy. If you did it now, it'll just soften it up. This will take a few minutes. Well, it's been about 3 minutes, and that's cooked enough. Got a little play in there, and that's how we want it. So, the topping is going to go on top of the salmon. Some is underneath. And there you go. Beautiful piece of salmon. Smells good. It smells good. It tastes good. Serving that with some haricot vert.